computer. So there we're recording. Welcome, welcome. It's great to have you on the show with me today. This is my LinkedIn Live. I try to do a LinkedIn Live once every month to 6 weeks, and I usually keep them free so that people that are struggling with finances, trying to figure out how to boost their income, have a way to be able to get some education. Because way back when I was laid off my last job, I was lost. I had no tech. I didn't know where to go. And the only thing I could find online that was pre-built back 15 plus years ago was mostly network marketing things. And they all wanted me to do DMing. I didn't even know what DM stood for. I had to ask somebody, get somebody to tell me what it was. And I was spending a ton of time on my computer. I was literally burning myself out because I thought the more programs I'm in, the more money I would make. But it turned out to be the opposite. I was spending more than I was making. So I got out of most all of the networking stuff. I'm in a few for my health and for travel. I've got a travel platform that I use because we have 8 children scattered all over North America, 5 in the US and 3 in Canada, but they're at opposite ends of the country, and we can't just hop in the car and go for a drive on Sunday and visit. We have to buy a ticket, or we get to buy a ticket and hop on a plane. And that takes one whole pension check because my husband and I are on the low pensions. And so before I ever got involved with TikTok at all, or ever found this program, this legacy program that I'm using now, I had no idea where to go for help or anything because a lot of the people would sign me up and then they would disappear. And I had no place to go for answers. So that's what's led me to do some free LinkedIn trainings. I do a LinkedIn Live, like I said, and then every Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock Mountain Time, I do. Hi, Patricia.
How are you doing? Sorry, I'm trying to connect my headphones.
Oh,
It's a pleasure, Christine. Always trying to
awesome.
be present in your events.
Awesome. Thank you, sweetheart. So, anyway, to get back on my train of thought here, I was in lost city because I didn't have any money saved up. I couldn't afford to pay somebody to train me how to do marketing online or any of that. And I was just picking up what I could from the research that I was doing online. And I even tried to set up my own website. That wasn't very successful. After about 3 months of trying that, I gave up because I was so non-techy. I didn't understand the terminology. But the way it is now, we've got artificial intelligence, we've got the AI, and I've been using ChatGPT since I found it right around COVID time, the when we had the big health crisis. And it's wonderful to help with writing and things like that. And I'm just going to show you the picture that I used here. I took a headshot that I had professionally done and put it into ChatGPT and asked ChatGPT to make a poster. They did a good job. So I've got a bunch of pictures that I've asked ChatGPT to develop to help me with my marketing online. And then I do a TikTok live every morning, Monday through Friday at 8:30 my time, Mountain Time. And I am so glad that I've learned how to do that because it lets people know that I'm a real person. These AI things always make you look way better than real life, right? And so if I am live on a TikTok live, people can see, well, that's Christine. And I want people to be able to build a relationship with me and feel like they can trust me. But if I have no idea how to use AI to make me look like I'm speaking, so I'm glad I don't know that part yet. I've sort of held back learning it because I think we need to be more genuine with people because people are being bombarded with all this AI stuff and they don't know which to believe, right? So I've been holding back on going too deep with this, but it does a great job helping you with picture development. So today we're going to talk about from posts to profit, and I used ChatGPT to put my agenda together. So I'm going to sort of read from my agenda how to turn LinkedIn into an income producing asset, even if you're not techie. So if I told you the reason your LinkedIn posts aren't making money has nothing to do with the quality of your content. Now listen to that. The reason your LinkedIn posts aren't making money has nothing to do with the quality of your content. It's because you're treating LinkedIn like social media. LinkedIn is a business platform, and that's where you build relationships. You build that trust with people. So instead of the most powerful relationship building platform, no, I don't know what they did here. I'm trying to read and it's not making sense. So out on the ranch, I was raised on a ranch in southern Alberta, and my dad's ranch land was right on the Montana border, and every mile there was a concrete post that said US border. It was a barbed wire fence. And so we had to ride fence several times a week to make sure that none of our cattle pushed through to the United States and tried to immigrate. Because we would have had a dickens of a time getting them back into Canada with all the red tape we had to go through. So you don't know. So here's what I'm going to read you what ChatGPT said. Out on the ranch, we learned something years ago. You don't throw hay into an empty field and expect cattle to appear. You put the feed where the cattle already gather. LinkedIn works the same way. Today, I'll show you how to stop posting for likes and start posting for profit. So I have most of the people that have bought the legacy program from me have come through LinkedIn. They've either clicked on one of my posts in LinkedIn that I've put up there, or they've already had a relationship with me. They know who I am, and they come and join me on my TikTok live, and then they buy. So technically speaking, most of them coming through LinkedIn. And it's because of the relationships that have been built. And I am amazed at how long the relationships last because I'm in contact with people that I met back 15 years ago when I first started using LinkedIn. And people have gotten in touch with me and asked to hire me as their coach to help them with some things on LinkedIn. And we haven't talked for 10 years, but yet they've been following what I've been doing online. And it just really does my heart good just to realize that they haven't forgotten me. So I've been asking them what caused them to get back in touch with me after 10 years. And they've said, I'm the only LinkedIn coach or guru or expert, whichever you want to call me, that posts on a regular basis online. So one thing I've learned about posting on LinkedIn is our posts need to have really great pictures and or a video. So my videos that I do, some of them are B-roll, but most of my videos are live, me talking. And if people wonder if it's really me, then they just come into my TikTok live and actually see the real me. So today you have the real me. This is not an AI tool. So I was laid off my last job at 61, and I had sent out over 75 resumes. I lost count. Got 4 interviews and 1 offer for $10 an hour, and I knew that I was going to have to do something different. I tried cleaning houses for a while because I knew I could keep all the money. But I have advanced arthritis in my knees, and because I used to break horses and they used to break my knees. They broke my knees, shall I say. But I was told in 2006 I needed knee replacement surgery. And guess what? I still have my same knees because I'm stubborn. I didn't want to get my knees replaced. I wanted to see if I could use natural supplementation to fix my knees, and that's what I've been doing for years. And I exercise every day. I go for walks and I have an exercise routine. Even if my knees hurt me, I still do as much as I possibly can. I keep moving because if we stop moving, we're going to lose the use of our legs, right? And it's the same with business. If you stop posting and be, being on well, we call it the blueprint, right? So if you stop being on the using the blueprint every day and you skip a day or two here and there, what's going to happen? You're not going to have a very good business, right? And it's the same with your health. If you don't look after your health every day, you're going to lose your health in a very short period of time. So by the end of this workshop, you'll understand why most people never make money on LinkedIn and exactly what to do instead. So why most LinkedIn posts never make money? And here's the three biggest mistakes. Mistake number one, posting without a purpose. So every week I have a theme that I'm posting on, and I get ChatGPT to help me put a theme together. So my live that I'm doing this week, my lives are why are so many good people still struggling? That's my theme for this week that I'm going to be using every day until and including Friday. So tomorrow's Friday already. Wow, this week has gone fast. So posting without purpose, people post quotes and memes and vacation photos, but they never guide people anywhere. Have you noticed that? Yeah. And then mistake number two, posting for likes instead of relationships. Likes don't pay the bills, conversations do. So my motto, I guess you'd say, is I if when I see a post that I think is really good and that I think all my people would relate to really well, even if they're like there's one guy that posts on my LinkedIn feed all the time, and he's a marketing person who's been developing marketing programs for people on their different social media platforms for many years. And he's one of the people that was on my talk show when I had my podcast show going back in 2011 and 2012. And he has the greatest posts, and they apply to anybody. They have a really good moral to the story. He has posts all these great short stories. So I repost his stuff. And I use a system. Um, I'm going to turn my webcam around just for a minute here. Can you see my calendars up around my desk? I have calendars all around my desk so that I can see instantly what date this day is. So today is the 25th of June, right? The 25th of July is a Saturday. So you reach another audience. The 25th of August is a Tuesday. The 25th of September is a Friday. So people check their social media different times of day, different days of the week. They don't necessarily check at the same time every day. Plus the fact that whoever I'm not connected to today, but they connect to me between today and the 25th of July, they will never have seen that post probably. So that's another part of a new audience that I would be reaching. And the same with August. People that weren't connected to me in July that connect to me by the time the 25th of August comes around, they will be able to see that post. So you can post up to 3 months out on LinkedIn and save yourself a whole bunch of time. So I'm scheduling posts to go out. I've got 3 days scheduled so far to go out before the end of this month because I want to get people signed up either as a legacy builder or with the bundle pack and help them get everything connected up before the 1st of July because Michelle's running this 11K in 30 days program. Were you gals on that training today that Michelle did? Michelle had a training today at noon my time, so it would be a different time for you guys maybe. And it was really good. It was really good. So it gave me lots of ammunition to be able to start posting. So these posts are going to go out today and then the next day, the 26th and the 27th, all the way to the end of the month. So I'm going to take these posts, and because they're focused on the end of this month, I'm not going to repurpose these posts. But usually I make my posts in such a generic fashion as they can apply to any month of the year, right? If I'm posting at Christmas time, I try not to use the word Christmas on all my posts or Happy New Year on all my posts. I might send one or two posts out with those greetings, but you want to make your posts sort of evergreen so they can be posted anytime. And quite often I use my videos to do that and to reschedule the post to go out. So on LinkedIn, you can actually schedule a post to go out. So I'm going to go into my LinkedIn here, go into my home page, and I'm going to walk you through doing a post. So you click your little tiny icon, a picture of you in that top line, and that should take you to your home page, your landing page. So there's my home page. By the way, the new numbers for stopping the scroll, you have 1.8 seconds. 1.8 seconds to stop the scroll on LinkedIn. These are new numbers that I'm getting. And so your background banner has to scream to their pain. If your background banner doesn't tell them what's in it for them, they're just going to scroll on by. And people tend to put in here in the headline, they put master something, a doctorate degree in something, and people don't care. They don't want to know. They want to know what's in it for them, right? What can you do to help me? So I've been teaching people to rewrite this headline so that it reaches their heart. It hits them in the pain point. So I'm going to go in and do a post. So if you hit your home page, so I'm going to go on your home page. That's the little house at the top, your home page. You go in there and you just click on here, and this is where you can start your posts. So I'm going to do everything from scratch so you can follow through, okay? So I'm going to click on Start a Post. Okay. So what do you want to talk about? So now I'm going to go into ChatGPT. I'll see if ChatGPT can open up here on this platform so that you can see what I'm doing. There we are. ChatGPT log in. No, it's not going to work for me. Not going to let me do that. Okay, I'm going to try something different here. You tell me if you can see my ChatGPT. Can you see ChatGPT here? Or are you still seeing my LinkedIn? This is ChatGPT here that I'm on. You're not seeing it. Okay.
And I
I'll
see the tab that has a Chat GPT login search.
yeah.
That's what's
Okay.
showing right now.
Okay.
And
I'll just
you have the three little boxes. The one says Chat
mhm.
GPT, and it has the picture of the dude that says how to something.
Yeah.
And the next one must be how to log in Chat GPT, and then how to use Chat GPT. That's the screen that's showing up right now.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I'm going to quickly because I use multiple search engines. I use Microsoft for my main email and for my LinkedIn. And then I use Google for all my other social media platforms and a couple of other email platforms. So that's why you can't see me because I've got ChatGPT on another platform and it doesn't seem to want to open up real fast for me on Microsoft. So I'm going to quickly put in write post for LinkedIn about getting set up now with the legacy program before the 1st of July. Okay, add urgency. So it's coming up with if you've been waiting to start this, start ... this is your sign. In just a few days, we'll turn the page to July 1st. For many people, it'll be just another month, but for someone who's tired of watching their other people disappear or their pension disappear before the end of the month, ... So I'm going to copy this, and I usually get ChatGPT to add some hashtags in the end. Oh, it didn't want to do it. Okay, I'm just going to have to adjust it. I don't know why it does this jumping around. Okay, I'm going into my LinkedIn now. Okay, I'm back on the page. Can you see my post? I'm on LinkedIn now. You should be able to see what I'm doing here. Okay, let's make this more readable. Here's a LinkedIn post that creates urgency while staying authentic and aligned with your hopeful ranch-inspired voice. So let's go get rid of this. So if you've been waiting to start, this is your sign. In just a few days, we'll turn the page to July 1st. For many people, okay, we'll start another sentence. It'll be just another month, but for someone who's tired of watching their pension disappear before the month is over, tired of checking their bank account before buying groceries, or wishing they could afford to visit their grandbabies, July could become the month everything begins to change. Out on the ranch, I'm going to leave a space in here. Out on the ranch, we learned you don't wait until harvest season to decide what you're going to plant. You prepare the ground first. That's why I'm encouraging everyone who's been sitting on the fence to get set up with the legacy program before July the 1st. The sooner you're set up, the sooner you can learn the system. So we're going to put that here. Start building your online business. Begin creating momentum instead of watching another month slip by. You don't need to be techy. You don't need a huge following. You simply need a willingness to learn and a simple blueprint to follow. 6 months from now, you'll either be glad you started today or you'll wish you had. Don't let another month pass wondering what if. If you're ready to build a better future in just a couple of hours a day, send me a message with the word legacy, and let's see if this is the right fit for you. The best time to plant the seed was yesterday. The second best time is today. So you don't do any more than 5 hashtags. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I've got too many on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There, I've got 5. Okay, so now I'm going to add a picture. So I'm going to upload a picture from my computer, and this is a picture that was created, that I actually created. Okay, let's do this one. I created this picture on ChatGPT. I took one of my professional headshots and uploaded it into ChatGPT. See this little clock here? beside the word post. Can you see that? Give me a nod. Awesome. So you click that clock, and this is going to pre-schedule this post. So you click on the top bar, and there's a drop-down message. So I'm going to have this post go out on the 28th. And I'm going to have it go out. You click on the clock again, and you scroll up to the time that you want to schedule it to go out. It's really easy to do this. Absolutely phenomenal. So I'll schedule it for 9 o'clock and then click next. And then you click schedule. So I've been working on this since I got off the call with Michelle today. And there's a little window that pops up here that says post scheduled, view scheduled post. So I'm going to click on this box. Come on. There we go. And it'll show me all the posts that are scheduled to go out. See, look at this. So I've got one scheduled for the 26th, the 27th, the 28th, and the 29th. And they're all different. I had ChatGPT rewrite them and add different things so that they all come out a little bit different each time. And I just love this pre-scheduling things. So, like I mentioned earlier, that's why I have these calendars all around my desk so that I can see instantly by just looking up, oh, okay, that's going to be a Thursday instead of a Friday or a Saturday, that kind of a thing. And it just saves you so much time. But these, because I'm aiming at the 1st of July, I'm not going to repost them. But here's something that you can do in the meantime. You can go into your home feed where you have all the newest posts that people have posted. And you can scan through here. And I'll see if I can find my friend. He has such a great hire more felons. Oh my gosh. This is Gloria Chu, Audacity of Mediocre Men. No, don't want that. Tammy, this is for the one who always shows up. Darlene Schindel. Oh, I know Darlene from a networking group I belong to in Edmonton. Jessica Long. Gee, just when I want to have some really good posts to to, to repost for people. The Remarkable Man. He's another person that was on one of my podcast shows, right? He has always got some pretty good posts. He coaches men. Here's Jim Campbell. So this is the guy. I really like his posts. So let's go in and look and see what he's got written here. My wife was dying. She just had an emergency C-section and went into shock. I stood by her head while she was bleeding out and remembered every fight we ever had and the things I never did for her. I couldn't let her know how scared I was. I stood in front of my wife saying my final goodbye. What do you say to someone knowing it's going to be the last time you talk to them? I tried so hard to comfort her and tell her everything is okay. I tried to smile and pretend that it's all part of the operation. They called the code blue and people started rushing into the room. She was shaking so much. I kissed her and asked God, oh, gee, this is going to make me cry. I can't read this anymore. It's going to make me cry. But he has such great posts. They come from the heart, right? So let's get to the end. He tells where he got the post from. And Jackie is such a strong woman for going through what she did for her son. And Dawson is a strong man and husband. So apparently she pulled through and everything was okay in the end. But here's what you can do. You can click on this like button and click on the blue hand, okay? And then you click on this comment button, but as soon as you hold your mouse over it, you can comment. And and you need to say 6 words or more in order for it to register properly as a comment. So I just put a simple comment in here. Jacqueline was a woman of strength and is amazing. It is amazing. I'm just going to say it is amazing what we women are capable of in a tough go. And I'm going to click on comment. Now, if I want, let's see if it'll let me up here. The word I'm looking for did not show up. Okay, let's try a different one because I want to share this. Oh, I think there's a share button here. You can click on that and you can share. You can choose people you want to share it with. So we'll just share it with a few people here. Or maybe just one person. Oh, I can do the sidebar. There's so much you can do on LinkedIn. So much. You really don't need any other social media platforms at all. Okay, send separately. So that is just sent out instantly. So it's resent to these people that I clicked on their names. So that went out instantly. So I'm going to find another post that we can repost. Oh, I don't want to do him. Oh, Nikki. It makes me smile. I see people on here that are posting now that have told me that they thought LinkedIn was terrible. And yet here they are now on LinkedIn. They're realizing the value that's here. It's absolutely phenomenal. Okay, I'm just going to find. You don't always know what you need until someone makes space for it. Let's see what this is about. Tammy Lautner. She came to me exhausted, not just physically, but in every way. Her parents' health had taken a sudden turn. She was doing what she always did, showing up, managing it, supporting everyone around her. Okay, so this is another great story to share. And so I'm going to click like. Oh, there's somebody else popped in here. Hello, JD. Welcome, welcome. Great to have you with us today, JD. So I'm going to repost with my thoughts. So when you click on repost, then you type in your thoughts. Oh, I'm going to ask a question. You always try to ask a question, right? And so then you click this little clock down here. So this isn't even my own post. This is a post that I think is really good that I'm going to share. So I'm going to schedule that to go out on the 26th, okay? And let's see, we'll put it for, it's coming out on the 26th. Let's do 10 o'clock in the morning, about 10 o'clock. Okay. And I can click next and schedule. So you can do that with other people's posts because you've reposted that. You're going to get the credit for that post that went out. Hi, JD. Welcome, welcome. Where are you from? Love to know where you're from. Patricia, where are you from?
Originally from Argentina, but I live in South Florida, in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, you're in Florida now.
Yeah.
One of our families lives in the Miami area.
I
Or,
live Fort Lauderdale, 1 hour away from Miami, yes.
you speak Spanish.
I speak Spanish, I speak Portuguese, and some
Wow.
Italian as well.
Awesome. Good for you. We've done that with our kids. We've given our kids all an opportunity to learn multiple languages
Yeah,
because when you learn multiple languages, the whole world opens up to you in a different way.
totally different. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, our youngest daughter is an RN and she works in labor and delivery in a big major hospital in Miami. And she speaks fluent Spanish. And she was raised English speaking, but
Uh-huh.
whenever there's a lot of Spanish speaking people down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and whenever they have somebody who's going through labor and delivery, they call my daughter in to help with the language translation because nobody can understand what she's saying, what they're saying. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, are there any questions so far? Do you understand how to do
No,
the repost? Should we do
you
one
you are
more?
so clear. I've been in LinkedIn since I was a beta tester in 2004
Uh-huh.
from Argentina, and I was back on and off on LinkedIn, and I said, okay, if I have to learn something new, you are the person because you have such a way to explain,
Oh,
so
great.
easy. I want to thank you, really thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. I love doing this. I love doing this, helping people. And like I'm a boomer, no tech. When I first started using LinkedIn, I had no tech. I was a nothing, no social media whatsoever. And so I'm proof that you can learn this and you can get good at it and be successful. But it's all about building relationships. So what we tend to do, or what I tend to see people do, because I don't have Facebook. Have you heard my story about why I don't have Facebook?
I don't
Okay.
rem I hear about that, but I don't remember the full story.
Yeah. Well, I got hacked in November 24th of 2023. And it was a guy from Dubai. He hacked me and he also hacked my WhatsApp and phoned me in the wee hours of the morning, taunting me and telling me he would give me my Facebook back if I paid him a bunch of money, right? Well, I wasn't going to pay him any money, even if I was a multimillionaire. I wasn't going to pay that guy a cent. But what he did is he went into my friends that I was connected to on that Facebook platform, and he got into some bank accounts and stole money from people. And they were people that were on their pensions. And so I tell everybody, make sure that you get all of your platforms set with a double opt-in. So one opt-in is with email and password, and the second opt-in is using an authenticator. And you can just go into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to show you how to double authenticate all your different platforms. And it gives you all the instructions step by step. And it's really easy to do. So we're on borrowed land here. We don't own that land. And so people can come and hack us. The platform itself can freeze our account for whatever reason they see they should. And and if we don't get our own property, like our own website, if we haven't double opted in, we're going to be sunk up the creek without a paddle, I say all the time. So I can't stress that enough. Let's get back to my my outline here. So here, mistake number one was posting without a purpose, right? Mistake number two was posting for likes instead of relationships. And I've been talking about that. And mistake number three is treating LinkedIn like Facebook, which I was just talking about. LinkedIn is a business networking platform. It is not, you don't just click and like and click because it doesn't have any weight, any value. So when we fed cattle, we didn't scatter feed all over the pasture hoping they'd find it. We fed them consistently at the feed bunk. So we had animals in the feedlot, animals in the barn, animals in the pig pen, animals in the chicken coop, and we had animals out in the pasture. And in the winter time, there would be so much snow that it would be really hard for the animals to plow through with their feet to dig down to find grass to eat. So we would haul a big hay wagon that was on skids up to the pastures where the cattle were and feed them hay. And we always went to the same spot so that the cattle didn't have to hunt for where the feed was because the snow was so deep, right? I remember 1980, or not 1980, 1963, we lost 80% of our calf crop that year because the snow was so deep, the animals couldn't plow through with their hoofs to find feed, and we had to start hauling feed out to them. We just had a tractor with the wheels on the trailer, and we were getting stuck everywhere and having a dickens of a time. And those young calves, we usually, when the cows calved, we would take the horse out and bring the cow and the new calf in. We'd put the calf over the saddle horn, and the cow would naturally follow, and put them in the barn so they could get warm. But we had such a big cow herd and they were all calving. And this was May. And we had this huge storm come through. So the snow was like 4 feet deep in some places and it was just horrendous. I remember living through that and my mom crying in the kitchen cooking meals. She was really upset. I knew it was something really bad. And I didn't find out till years later that they lost 80% of the calf crop that year. But that wasn't their fault. That was they were doing the best thing that they could. But what they're saying here is you have to have a place to go and do your work. So if it's the kitchen table and you're working on there and you get on certain social media platforms, you need to, instead of going helter skelter to all different kinds of social media platforms, we need to make sure that we have a plan in place and we go to the same location basically on our social media that we're working online. I hope I'm making sense. So with LinkedIn, I go in and I check all the new posts that were like, that's the page that we're on right now. And you access those through the home page. And then I go and check my messages to see if anybody sent me a direct message and make sure that I respond to them, just like email, right? And then I go through the bell, which is the notifications tab, and go through that and respond to any people that have made comments on any of my posts, right? So if I click on the bell, it'll open up and it'll all the new posts have been highlighted in blue. And so I can make sure that I just go through and check those out. So I use repurpose.io. I'm all about using things multiple times, repurposing everything. So when I was introduced to repurpose.io, I was in seventh heaven. And so I've got my TikTok. I make my videos on TikTok and I keep them at about a minute. And occasionally I'll do a longer one, and occasionally I'll do short ones, but usually about a minute or less. And I save them on TikTok without the watermark so that then Repurpose can take those videos and I connect Repurpose. It's really easy to connect it all up to your social media. And I'm on a paid platform with Repurpose. I just use the basic paid one. And you can connect up to 3 social media platforms. So I have TikTok connected to my LinkedIn and my shorts on YouTube. So LinkedIn and YouTube are the ones that are getting the bulk of my posts that I post on TikTok. And you can schedule them to go out at different times of the day. So I've got them scheduled to go out at 9 a.m., 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and 5 o'clock in the evening. So there's lots of time in between. And I just do 3 a day. You don't need to do any more than 3 posts a day on LinkedIn. And I love that. I don't have to do 5 posts a day on that platform. It's overkill because LinkedIn is different than Facebook and Instagram and those other social media platforms. And the same with TikTok, not TikTok, YouTube. You only need to have 1 to 3 posts a day going out on YouTube as well. So YouTube and TikTok and LinkedIn are really great compatible platforms to be using to do your online marketing with. So you can see here, it tells me that my video has been successfully uploaded, right? And see my posts of this post I posted just before I got on my live. It already shows up here, right? It's wonderful to be able to understand how LinkedIn works. So let's go into this one. So this is one of my AI produced pictures. It puts this sign up here with marketing mentors. I never told it to do that. It just did it automatically. I'm so tickled. And so all she did is like, right? So I'll put a comment in here and just tell her thanks for liking. So I always try to have an open-ended comment at the end. So I've put in here, thanks for liking my post. How is your family? And most people will want to respond to that. They might respond with something really short, but that's what you call an open-ended question. It's a question that they can't just say yes or no to, right? A closed question is one that they can just say yes or no to. So I'm going to go back to my notifications tab. So you need to go through all of your notifications every day. And if you follow this outline, and I'm going to save this recording and I'll put it up in my community so everybody can be able to access it. But if you follow this outline, you can't have anything but success. And the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a presentation on, so my next LinkedIn Live is going to be on how to do carousels. So if you've never done a carousel using AI, I'm going to show you how to do it. I've had people make 1,400 sales using carousels on LinkedIn. So number 3, the LinkedIn Profit Blueprint. So step 1, know exactly who you're talking to so that we're taught this stuff. I'm amazed at how I haven't shared this with ChatGPT, but they've got this. It always calls me by name and helps me shape my perfect customer so that everything reaches out to my perfect customer. And I'm reaching out to empty nesters, boomers, people over 50, low pensions, layoffs, and financial stress. And I speak directly to one person when I'm talking. I try to anyway. And step 2, create content around pain. So that's what we were doing, creating content with ChatGPT for those posts that we were doing. We were creating them around people's pain. Are you having to check your bank account every time you want to go grocery shopping? That kind of thing. Choosing between groceries and gas, working overtime, living on a pension, no money before payday, missing grandchildren because travel costs too much. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is what I have on all my TikTok lives. I have this poster. This is my burn. Can you see this? This is my burn. This is why I build this business. We have 17 grandchildren now. 8 children.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry. I forgot I was on. Christine, it's me, Jennifer from Toronto.
Oh, thank you for
Yeah, sorry.
popping in.
Let me mute my thing. I forgot.
Well, that's
Sorry.
okay. As long as there's no noise in your background, you can
No,
stay.
I forgot, but I was so shocked when it said 17 grandchildren. Oh my God. Woman, you're
Yeah.
busy.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing. We're both on small pensions. And so I've been looking for years for things that can subsidize our pensions because it takes one whole pension check for one of us to go, just one of us to go round trip, visit family.
Oh wow.
So if we both want to go, we lose most of both pension checks. So we have nothing to live on for that month, right? It's been really quite a conundrum. So when I found the legacy program, I was over the moon and just totally excited about this program. You make way more money with this program than you do with any of the network marketing I've ever been involved with. So step 2, we just did that. Step 3, every post should answer one question. What do I want readers to do next? Like comment, message me. We have to direct people to take the next step, right? Download, join my community, watch my workshop, book a call. Never leave people wondering what comes next, because they won't make any, they'll just scroll on by, continue scrolling, if we don't tell them the next steps that they need to take. And here's the content formula that creates profit. There's a 5-part profit post. It needs to be a scroll stopping hook at the beginning. This is like what we're being taught in Legacy, guys. You need to share a story, give a lesson, something that you've learned as a result of what you experienced, and a solution and a call to action. So there's 5 things: hook, story, lesson, solution, call to action, CTA. Here's an example. I checked my bank account before buying groceries. And then you share a little bit of story. And then you share your ranch. I usually put my ranch lesson in there. And then you have a simple online blueprint that you follow. And I ask them if they would like to have a look at the blueprint. Just put hope in the comments and I'll send the copy over so you can see. So the whole idea is to turn attention into income. So your post is not the business. It starts the conversation. So many people get hung up with how many likes they're getting or how many follows they're getting. Follows are better than likes. But I had somebody reach out to me from Legacy this morning. I was checking through all the people that had responded to some of my posts. And they showed a video that had like over 100,000 likes on it. And so my question to them was, how many comments did you get as a result of all those likes? And they haven't gotten back to me yet, because I've had 3 videos go viral. In other words, over 100K likes on those videos. Hardly any comments, hardly any comments. And most of the people were from Nigeria. So if you get over 100K, that's nothing, especially if all your people are from the wrong area, because people in Nigeria can't buy this program very well because people don't have credit cards. And that's another thing that I really like about LinkedIn, because you can set up your perfect customer. When you're doing searches for people to connect with, you can do a people search and you can put the country that you want them to be from and choose a country where you know they have credit cards and can probably do business with you. But if you just go willy-nilly and don't have any rhyme or reason or focus on who you're reaching out to, it's going to be really hard to find your perfect customer, right? So you want to get actual comments. And like I mentioned earlier, at 6 words or more will register you as a friend to that person. If you just put 1 word, that doesn't count. So here's a ranch analogy. The post is simply opening the gate. The relationship is what leads people into the pasture. So we can be sitting there with the gate wide open, and nobody will come through that gate if there's no relationship built. I've seen that happen with the cattle. We'll have the gate to the corral wide open for the cattle to go into the corral. and they get up to the gate, and you see them standing there and looking and sort of going, sniff, sniff, should I get in here? And we have to encourage them to get in there. So your daily 30-minute profit routine: 10 minutes, comment to other people's posts or on other people's posts. 10 minutes, create one valuable post of your own. 10 minutes, or then start conversations with people who've engaged. Keep it simple and be consistent and repeat, 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 just like feeding livestock every morning. If we don't repeat, in other words, show up every day and feed and water our connections, we're going to gradually lose our connections. So the call to action: imagine what life would feel like if 6 months from today you weren't checking your bank account before buying groceries. You could visit your grandbabies whenever you wanted. Whoa, that's my burn. You weren't depending on a pension alone. That's why I created my simple LinkedIn system. You don't need to be techy. You don't need thousands of followers. You simply need the right blueprint. If you're ready to learn how to turn your LinkedIn posts into profit, join me inside the LinkedIn growth engine. Let's build your business together, one relationship at a time, because on the ranch, we never harvested what we failed to plant. Are there any questions? Thank you so much for showing up today and being part of my LinkedIn Live. So I'm going to be doing a LinkedIn Live once every 4 to 6 weeks. And I have my weekly Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock, turbochargers. That's always going to be free for people to come and attend. And the reason I've got so many free things is because I was in such a terrible financial state when I was laid off my last job. I was beside myself. I had a little bit of savings, but we had to live on it. There was no way I could use it to pay for a coach to come and coach me and help me learn how to do this online marketing. So I'm really thankful that I've learned how to do this attraction marketing. It saves me so much time. And I've made so many wonderful friends through the Legacy program. And I want to thank you for joining me today. It's been fun.
So,
Any
Christy,
special questions?
I have a question. Sorry to bother you, to
Yeah.
cut you off. So yeah, I started late. So I came in late, and my intention, I was sitting at my computer or my laptop waiting for this meeting to start, and I got carried away, and the
Mm-hmm.
time slipped by, and I just signed in. So I have to come back to you next class. But a quick
Mm-hmm.
question for you. I was going to ask you. Um, no, you know what? I'm going to leave it until the next because it doesn't make sense because it's about yeah. Oh, I does the course does it? Do you always are you the only one that offer the LinkedIn training or just Michelle does that too as well?
No, Michelle doesn't use LinkedIn.
Oh, I see. Okay.
She
All
has
right.
asked me to be her LinkedIn person for the Legacy program.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay, good. Thanks.
When she
I'll
found out I did LinkedIn, she asked me to do, there's, I think, 3 or 4 recordings in the community, on the DGC community. There's three or
right.
four recordings that are with me doing LinkedIn trainings.
Hmm. Okay.
And yeah,
Yeah,
she
I
asked
just
me as soon as she found out I did LinkedIn, because up to that time, there hadn't been anybody.
okay, good.
She
All right
was,
then. So,
she's asking.
when is your next class? LinkedIn class?
So my next one is turbochargers, which is on Monday afternoon. So you're in Eastern Canada, right?
I'm in Toronto. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're just 2 hours ahead. So
Yeah,
4 o'clock in the
exactly.
afternoon Mountain Time would be 6 o'clock your time.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, I just know I sat here. Anyways, I will try to I really wanted to this because I was trying to sign up, but I wanted to hear the LinkedIn part of it first to see if that would increase my interest. But I didn't really get to hear all of your presentations, so I'm going to have to come back. regardless, I'm going to consider my signing up soon. Okay, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. The Monday afternoon one at Turbochargers is more of a Q&A. So I let people bring their questions, and you can pretty much ask me any questions about online marketing. And if I don't know the answer, I know where to go find it.
Right. Okay. So yeah, so the next tomorrow you're on again tomorrow at 9:30? No, no, no.
It'd be 10:30 your time, 8:30 my time
Yeah, 10:30 my time.
on
Yes.
TikTok Live. Yeah.
Okay, great. So yeah, I'll shoot you some questions there tomorrow morning as well.
Awesome. That would be great.
I'll
Love to
talk to
have
you
you.
tomorrow then. Yeah. Okay,
Awesome.
thank you.
Okay, I'm going to stop my share and stop the recording.